Then he and Abu Bakr left their cherished home en route to Medina for the hijrah with the pagans in pursuit. As they hid inside a cave, one time a pagan almost saw. But what do you think of two people when the third one is Allah? La ilaha illallah, 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 Muhammadur Rasulullah alayhi salatullah. While the people were awaiting him, at last the Prophet came. Light and joy filled all Medina, it would never be the same. Then from joining them in brotherhood and leading them in prayer, he made peace between the neighbors, teaching them with love and care. When at Badr they first met Quraysh, the angels came and fought. Then at Uhud, when mistakes were made, some lessons would be taught. They would fight for truth and justice while upholding chivalry. They'd show strength when they were weak, when strong they would show clemency. In the battle of the trench they chose to fight defensively. At the triumph of Hudaybiyah they used diplomacy. So the Muslim Ummah grew with every test that it survived, till the time to liberate the town of Mecca had arrived. La ilaha illallah, 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 Muhammadur Rasulullah alayhi salatullah. Marching into Mecca unopposed, the Muslims now were strong. When the pagans saw the Prophet, they knew that they had been wrong. For so long they had oppressed him, now they feared he would repay. But he said like Prophet Yusuf, there's no blame on you today. As the idols at the Kaaba fell, he said truth now appears, and the falsehood has but perished, falsehood always disappears. Then the people came to truth just as the prophecy foretold, for Allah had sent Muhammad as a mercy to the world. La ilaha illallah, 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 Muhammadur Rasulullah alayhi salatullah. Then he went back to Medina, choosing life with his Ansar. But the day was fast approaching that they all had thought was far. First he told all his companions that this Hajj would be his last, to adhere to all the things that he had taught them in the past. Then when seeing off a traveler, these parting words he gave: when you come next year you might find just my masjid and my grave. When the time to part came closer, all the hearts were filled with fear. What will happen if he leaves us? In this world there's none more dear. In his final illness, Abu Bakr led the daily prayer. From his room the Prophet smiled, giving one last look of care. Then as our beloved Prophet lay in Aisha's arms, he spoke: guard your praise and fear Allah in how you treat your servant folk. Then he gazed towards the heavens and began to say softly, Allahumma. Gather his arms he spoke: guard your praise and fear Allah in how you treat your servant folk. Then he gazed towards the heavens and began to say softly, Allahumma gather me into the highest company. Allahumma gather me into the highest company. Allahumma gather me into the highest company.